2 months later, Jack prepared for his return to the Polo Grounds to face Luis Firpo from Buenos Aires. He would be greeted with yet another $1 million gate. Luis Firpo was nicknamed the Wild Bull of the Pampas and had knocked out 42-year-old Jess Willard in 8 rounds. At first, Firpo didn't want to fight Jack Dempsey, but Tex Rickard had persuaded him to challenge for the title. What transpired was one of the most bizarre fights in heavyweight history.
On the night of the fight, September 14th, 1923, 80,000 fans crowded into the Polo Grounds in New York City. It was Tex Rickard's second $1 million gate. Famous ring announcer Joe Humphreys introduces the fighters. In just seconds, Firpo and champion Jack Dempsey will collide in the most spectacular fireworks display ever to take place inside a boxing ring. With 2 savage brawlers in there, everyone expects lightning to strike. And they are not to be disappointed. Dempsey gets in first, giving the Argentinian his own special version of an American welcome. Jack Dempsey tastes blood, and as usual, he wants to end it here and now. Firpo is down again, but still the champion does not dream that in the next 2 minutes, he will be locked in one of the most unbelievable seesaw contests in sporting annals. Dempsey seems to be having it all his way, as Firpo is down again. But Jack is about to taste the power and strength that allows the Argentinian to continue to absorb such a barrage. A blunderbuss right catches the unsuspecting champion coming in and floors him for a 1 count. An enraged Dempsey storms right back. Firpo drops. That is the 7th of what will prove to be a record 9 first-round knockdowns. There's number 8. Dempsey charges in for the kill, but the giant challenger fends him off with a desperate flurry of wide-arm punches. Dempsey retreats before the sudden onslaught. A right hand from the bleachers, and Dempsey is out of the ring. The first time in the history of pugilism that a heavyweight champion suffers such indignity. But Dempsey is boosted back into the ring by ringside reporters. And the struggle goes on. Dempsey's fabled jaw again stands him in good stead as he hangs on through the fog. There's the bell. Somehow both fighters have survived this most savage first round. Dempsey comes out fresh, and the fans brace themselves, wondering what possibly can be coming next. Dempsey is getting off. Firpo is down for the 10th knockdown of the fight. He's up. Firpo will try to fend off Dempsey with another overhand right, but the champion now seems definitely in charge. 2 pulverizing left hooks, and Louis Angel Firpo is down for the 11th knockdown. 8, 9, 10, and out.
After the fight, Jack Dempsey collected $550,000 directly from promoter Tex Rickard. Jack Kearns was furious, but the champion by this time distrusted his manager. Jack Dempsey was tired of having his life programmed by Doc Kearns. Instead, he lived the life of a celebrity. His new wife, actress Estelle Taylor, convinced him to have his nose done. Naturally, the new Jack Dempsey made his way to Hollywood and Broadway.
44th and Broadway in New York City. That's just the kind of place that Jack Dempsey would come after a tough fight like the one with Luis Firpo. Bonnie Nigler, I would have to think that fight with Firpo had to be, from a spectator point of view, one of the great fights in history. What really happened when Dempsey went out of the ring?
Well, when Dempsey was knocked out of the ring, he landed on a judge, Kid McPartland. Legend has it that he landed on 48 typewriters of 48 newspapermen working. But actually, it was Kid McPartland, a tall man who was a judge and was judging that fight. In pushing Dempsey back up onto the apron, he turned and pushed him onto the typewriter of a newspaperman. Now, that typewriter was sold 78 times as the typewriter upon which Dempsey fell.
Well, that was in 1923. Jack Dempsey did come back to Broadway. He was not one for liking of the bright lights, was he?
Dempsey was not a Broadway guy, but he liked Broadway. He married 4 times. Twice he married stage people. He played on the stage. He caroused on Broadway. It was his life. Once he had been touched and had seen the lights of Broadway, nothing else, not the prairies nor the ranches of the West could